So, since some people complained that in the last notebook teardown video the illumination was not perfect, so too many shadows, I tried to improve it as good as I could, and I will now tear down a second notebook. I have quite a few, so I hope that I will manage to get good enough image quality this time. This notebook is not super old. It has a Pentium 3 processor, so it's at least remotely modern. It doesn't have a network connector, and it only has two USB 1.0 probably 1.0 ports. It has a modem which actually is installed here as a micro PCI card, or maybe it's a proprietary connector. I will have to check that. I don't remember by heart. It is old enough to have a floppy drive, and of course, but it's not so old that it would have only a CD-ROM drive. Here's actually a drive that can read DVDs, but it cannot write them. Yeah. Okay, so we are starting to getting in. I'm wondering if the touchpad is connected by some standard that would be standard, so that I could maybe reuse it, but I may check it out later. The design of this notebook is not very service friendly. If you apparently have to remove the CPU cooler just to get to the main board, but on the other hand, if you would want to upgrade your CPU, that would be easy. It would appear that in order to open the main casing, I even have to first remove the display. Probably there are some screws going in like this. There are no screws under the rubber bumpers, so it really should only be clipped in place. Yeah, now it starts going. As expected, there are the additional screws. Just one more screw and we are in. Nope. Two more screws. So we have the insides of the old notebook in front of us. Let's continue with taking it apart. That's interesting. It appears that the sound card is a standalone module. That was the connector for the floppy drive, I think. And now let's get this port out. It also connects the battery here. Interesting. What might that be? Given that it's located next to the battery connector, it could be some dedicated charging circuit. Oh, there's a big coil, so it's definitely some DC-DC power converter. Might be actually interesting to check out if this piece can be used standalone for something. I guess I will keep this and take later a closer look on it. I mean, basically I would probably just need to have the right battery pin out and trace the where the battery voltage goes in, and then I should get nice power out on the other connector somewhere. That's the best case. The worst case is that it needs some digital enable signal, which I might not be able to reproduce with reasonable effort. Okay, now that's the floppy drive. An extremely thin and compact design. Okay, BIOS battery and the speakers and microphone for the dedicated sound card. So there is not much left. There's just the mainboard that we haven't took out yet, and of course the modem, which is connected to the mainboard on the downside. It doesn't feel like interesting. It doesn't feel like it is coming out. It feels a bit like if there would be a screw on the backside, but well, apparently I was wrong. It went out quite well. I think these posts are screwed in directly into the plastic. That's why they are so hard to remove. There are unfortunately a few more. And then we are really done.